Hello, I'm Mike Hurley with AOC. I'm the Vice President of Technology, which means I get all the hard questions. In this video, we're talking about transitioning from a typical time-based mechanical integrity program to a risk-based mechanical integrity program, or RBI. We're going to be talking about four specific things. What are the two fundamental questions that get asked at the beginning? What organizational challenges are there during the process? What organizational opportunities do you get out of the process? And what benefits and quick wins will you have when you're finished? The first two questions are, what is RBI? And why do we need to change? Every senior management team that I have been in front of talking about RBI always ask these same two fundamental questions. What is RBI is an easy one. It should be a risk assessment and management process focused on loss of containment. You mitigate these loss of containment risks through inspection and maintenance tasks, sometimes even capital replacement. The second question is a little bit harder to answer, although I suspect one of these answers will suffice. One is that you've had a loss of containment incident that was significant, that may have cost you lots of money, either in downtime or in environmental cleanup or in fines from regulatory agencies or any other number of things. Those things are big drivers to getting you into a much tighter regime of mechanical integrity. The other driver usually is getting an audit. And the biggest audit of all is when the regulatory agencies came in after the loss of containment incident you just had and have told you and displayed all of your deficiencies for you that they're going to fine you for, or that you're going to make an agreed board order to keep them from fining you while you fix your program. The other thing that happens is there'll be a reliability initiative, right? This risk-based inspection will get dragged in while you're trying to do something else, like operational excellence. So let's talk about the common challenges during transition. They're big ones. The first one is a resistance to change. A lot of organizations are going along just fine. And as we all know from human nature, if I can get away with what I'm doing day after day after day, why should I change it? It's the old adage, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But that will change as you go through the process. The other challenge is that we are a very safe company anyway, or we are a very risk-averse company anyway. We got in on risk in the early 90s, and we don't have to do anything else. The problem with this thought process is that many of these companies haven't updated their programs since they initially developed them. Regulations have changed, and interpretations of those regulations have changed, and therefore you need to change with it. There's also the cowboy mentality, right? He who works the hardest is the hero, and generally those guys are the firefighters of the outfit. They will stay over a weekend to fix a turbine. They will stay over the weekend to fix a loss of containment incident by supervising welders and all the others. And all these guys will get big accolades, and ladies will get big accolades for doing so. the guy who should be rewarded or the lady who should be rewarded is the one that prevented the incident in the first place by doing risk and understanding what was happening to the equipment. The other thing that happens to you is we'll start it as a pilot and you'll get a site champion, but the management at the plant will not buy into the concept of RBI because they don't understand it. They haven't been trained in it. They think it's a problem, right? The other thing that happens is money, lack of resources. I don't have enough people, time, cash to do the extra work that it takes to move from a time-based system to a risk-based system. And inevitably what happens is the transition from the time-based to the risk-based system is competing with other initiatives in the company. And some of those initiatives are better understood by the senior management and then promoted more. So you can have the initiative for transitioning to risk-based inspection kind of wither on the vine because the funding is going to operational excellence or PHA or something else. So let's talk about the opportunities that you can gain, right, in knowledge during the transition. The first one is very simple. You've risk ranked all of your equipment. Now you know for each individual equipment what is causing or could be causing the loss of containment and how to mitigate each one of those damage mechanisms. You can use the data to screen higher risk units, right? So if I am implementing the transition, I don't want to go to the utilities first. I want to go to the ones that are having the highest impact on my plant, and that could be the highest risk. You're estimating risk values for your site, which are a good thing because you can see, just like when we do bad actor analysis or Pareto analysis, you can see which ones should require the most resources to mitigate. Remember, this is a prioritization scheme. So what you're getting out of it is prioritizing your equipment for inspection and maintenance resources. And once you get done with a unit, that program in that unit will become more efficient than before. So let's talk about some quick wins and benefits of RBI. One, now you have risk, and because you have risk, you can manage it. I forget who wrote down that once you can measure something, you can improve it. That's exactly what we're doing here, right? We're going to reduce loss of containment incidents. We're going to promote cultural change, right? People start thinking about risk, and we do it every day when we get in our cars and drive to work. Now we start applying those same common sense principles to the way we do our jobs, which can make our behavioral safety even better, right? And ultimately, the optimization piece. Right off the bat, we should see some inspection optimization and understand what we actually have to do in our shutdowns rather than guessing and being surprised when the shutdown shows up. If you have any more questions or need any more information, don't hesitate to contact us at AOC. Thank you and goodbye.